quite contract. There are many days that are dangerous days.
And date.
First you turn the page, and then you wash your hands. And then... Hey everybody! And welcome to another exciting episode of the Raised by Toons podcast. I'm Dan Dastardly Mason.
And I'm Chad Monstroso Cook.
And we are brought to you today by Conglamo. We own you. Today is a very exciting episode because it's one of my personal favorites. We will be reviewing Rocko's Modern Life. That's right, the Raised by Toons team is heading to O-Town to give you the very best. Rocko is a show created by Joe Murray back in 1993 about a young wallaby along with his friends Heifer the steer
and Filbert the turtle.
They learn lessons the hard way about this thing we call modern life. Premiered September 18th, 1993. Ended November 24th, 1996. Had about 4 seasons, 52 episodes. It was the start of Carlos Alrazakai. How do you pronounce it?
That's Al.
Guy from Reno 911.
Al. He was also the Chihuahua dog on those Taco Bell commercials.
Yeah, it was the start of him and.
I believe his name was Al Alazraquai, we had it written down somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere. But Tom Kenny also got one of his starts here.
You know, and the funny thing is, the same people from that show went to do SpongeBob after.
Yeah, as far as the creators and the directors.
Yeah.
We're going to start this one off not by diving into Rocko right away, because we...
got our first email from a dedicated fan. She's probably listened to all our episodes. I would think so. I mean, this is such a big question.
It's an entertaining show, and she goes deep into it. Chad, take us away.
All right. Well, our first question is from Casey M. You know who you are. We don't want to give away your email's kind of revealing, so we wouldn't want that to get out there. But your question is in a recent episode, Dan mentioned looking out for the burger specials on Bob's Burgers. I also love the burger puns. What breakfast cereal would you recommend eating while watching Bob's Burgers? Dan?
Excellent question, KCM. I'm really glad you noticed that because it's a personal... I love it when I just noticed the specials on the board and they're these great puns or play on words. So in tradition of this... my cereal recommendation will be a concoction of my own invention. I am going to suggest the Raisined by Prunes cereal, which is frosty, flaky, golden flakes, complemented by a healthy dose of raisins and prunes. And if we can patent this, Chad, I believe it would be smart to do so now.
I think you can make some money on that. But, to go my route is I would have to make my own concoction as well, because obviously you can have any cereal you want at night, since the show airs at nighttime.
Because we're goddamn adults, and we can do as we please.
We can make our own decisions, and we're going to follow through. But just to keep it cereal related and related to Bob's Burgers, I would have to say I would go to the local Ralph's. I would buy a box of frozen White Castle burgers.
Okay.
And then I'd have a big chip bowl, and I'd fill that up with those burgers. Obviously, I might want to heat them up first, because I don't think they taste that good cold.
Yeah, because that'd be the gross part. Go on.
And then we're going to add, however much milk you need in there to submerge them, because you want them nice and soggy, I think. And I think that would be my bowl of cereal. I don't really have a name for it, so maybe I would just call it
disgusting
Castle a la mode. That works for me.
Chad's Castle of Cooked Goods.
Oh yeah, come on down, get a bowl of cooked Castle burgers and milk.
I'm glad you needed to heat it up so that wasn't disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, who eats cold burgers? That's disgusting.
But, Casey, I hope we answered your question. Keep those coming in at raisedbytoons@gmail.com.
He didn't really give me a heads up when he was about to say that, but...
We're getting better at it,
We're getting better. We're getting better.
We're diving in. While we're on the subject of cereal, let's stick to the theme with Rocko's Modern Life. Chad Cook, will present a nice Honey Nut Cheery O's.
Oh, okay.
A little emphasis on the O for O-Town Pride.
All right.
I believe that would complement it nicely in the fact that they are shaped in a spherical form, as some may call O. And, Chad, what would you recommend?
Well, I would recommend you would have, I would have Oreo O's, a cereal made from Oreos. It looks like a Cheerio, but it's really Oreo flavored.
Do they still make those?
I think they're rare. They're hard to find. You probably get more Frosted Cheerios than you would get Oreo O's. But the reason I pick it for the same reason that you did Cheerios, because O-Town again, and also we'll get to that in a minute on the subject of why it was called O-Town and so on and so forth.
Oh, do you know why?
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you know why?
Oh. I know I don't.
Oh, well, should I get into that now? I can do that.
Break us in, because also, I'm surprised because later in the show, we're going to be playing a little game we call Dunce Cap Dan. And
looks like we already got the cap out.
Yep. So, Chad's going to be trying to stump me with some Rocko trivia, because Rocko was one of my top 3 favorite cartoons of all time. But Chad is surprising me with a little bit of trivia here, a little bit of knowledge.
Yep.
So, how does it come about?
Well, pretty much I was researching the show, and I came across that Joe Murray, he actually was inspired by, those big stores like Tons of Noodles and House of Paint type of stores.
Yeah.
They have things in bulk instead of quality, and they strip it of individuality, right?
Costco.
Yeah, Costco, all that. And but pretty much he thinks that's kind of funny, and so how Conglomero, the company, owns the whole town pretty much, right?
They own you.
So most of the stores are named with O in the name to show that they own it.
Okay, it's their little trademark.
Their little trademark because they own everything, and pretty much very obvious. I mean, kind of a lot of comics. That's one of them.
Yep.
What's in? Hollywood. It's called Hollowwood.
Yep.
So everything has got an O in it.
They own everything.
They brand it. They own you. They own everything you own and anything you live in, and so on and so forth. I don't know where I'm going, but
there's actually there's a lot Chad and I wanted to go into with Rocko, so I think we're just going to let's just freestyle this and see where it ends up going.
Definitely.
One of the things I wanted to get into, something that a lot of you could relate to, the hidden innuendos that were sprinkled through every episode. That's been getting a lot of buzz lately on the internet, and a lot of people might even know of Rocko's Modern Life because they are being introduced through these little BuzzFeed articles and like the raunchiest 25 things from Rocko's. Yeah.
Or GIFs, if you're one of those people.
Right off the bat, they got away with Choky Chicken as the main KFC related.
They didn't even change it till the 4th season.
And that was Chewy Chicken, right?
Chewy Chicken. And for all of you
I
would think you would get the hint of what they mean by Choky Chicken. I mean,
it means masturbate.
Yes.
For your 13-year-olds listening at home.
Hey.
Which I don't think there's many.
Hey, I mean, we all like chicken.
Yeah. Well, the innuendos, Joe Murray, when told that he was going to get the show on Nickelodeon, flat out said that he does not do kids shows, and they were fine with it. It was when the 90s were sort of coming to term with like the hip, new age, new
MTV
attitude.
was big. It was
at
good
its
at
prime.
peak. Yeah, prime.
So he agreed. They were fine with it, and he was even saying that the time to change anything was during the storyboarding process, and he believed that Nickelodeon wasn't even looking at his storyboards, so he would try to push the envelope a little more each time. One of them, also, when Rocko was taking on different jobs, when he's fired from the first comic book store he works at for Mr. Smitty, Or did he work for Mr. Smitty in the first one?
Yeah, no, Mr. Smitty was his boss at the... No, I think, actually, was it Ed Bighead? I think, wasn't his...
No, because he was always just a pusher.
Well, they moved him around, though.
Did they?
Yeah, I think they switched it around, but who could be totally sure? I mean, so much was taken out and
right.
rearranged.
First episode.
So
he was a tattoo artist. He was a plumber's assistant.
Mm-hmm.
Could you get that? Thanks a lot. Hey, could you get that?
Classic.
But he ultimately, not ultimately, but through this, he winds up as a phone sex operator, which, if you look in the background, it says, be hot, be sexy, be courteous.
I'll have to cut in there and I believe it was be hot, be naughty.
Ooh!
Be courteous.
Okay.
And wasn't the, there was also, well,
oh baby, oh baby.
Still on, but following off of that, still on the subject of sexual innuendo. There was also
another... where the show's going?
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it.
All right.
The hotel that they went to in the show in the episode Road Rage, they were getting a room and they gave hourly rates, and the guy, the attendant, acted like they were gonna, be together in their room that night. When they say all night, woo, yeah,
yep,
like that. And so, I mean, even the reactions of characters would give off vibes.
I mean,
that.
For fuck's sake, they played Spank the Monkey.
Oh yeah,
right. Like when we say hidden innuendos, a lot of these are very much on the surface.
I mean, we wouldn't have gotten it as kids, obviously, but now going back to it, it's blatantly obvious.
Spunky and the Mop.
Yeah.
Episode Clean Lovin'.
Mm-hmm.
Spunky falls in love with a mop who he makes love to, and every time he does, you can hear a squeaking sound, like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, and then he finds, like, Rocko will find him in the closet, and then remember how that ends? The doctor, the shrink that Rocko takes Spunky to, takes the mop, says he needs to have a private conversation with the mop. And then he takes it in, and then when the door shuts, you hear. And so the shrink ends up fucking the mop. You think you'd get that on a kid's show?
No. You wouldn't. I mean, inanimate objects.
In a perfect world.
I got, this is sort of off the innuendo subject.
Take us off the path, baby.
With Spunky, the Rocko's dog, he doesn't speak, but the show's all animals, correct? Mm-hmm. And yet, dogs are still, obedient characters, or they're not able to be more than a dog. The
classic Pluto Goofy situation,
pretty much. And I was just curious. Obviously, we don't have Joe Murray here. We can't ask him why didn't Spunky talk.
No, we didn't.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Joe Murray.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Okay. There's two Joe Murrays.
Yeah.
We got the wrong one. But yes,
about I don't know where you were going with that, but the vein of Joe Murray. He actually voiced some characters himself, a few passerbys, but he was the voice of Ralph Bighead, Beverly and Ed Bighead's son, who was a cartoon artist and worked for Hollywood Studios.
Mm-hmm.
And he was creator of the Fatheads, based off his parents. And I sort of want to dive into some of my favorite episodes that I'm excited about, and I'll start with on the vein of that. I'm trying to get out of saying that, by the way. So
saying what?
Well,
no, I was saying and and blah blah.
Because there's nothing better on radio than an hour of.
Well, why don't you just go instead?
People hate me for other reasons.
Do that now. I could.
So I want to talk about.
Just fill it with a curse word.
The episode Wacky Deli.
Yes.
Was one of my favorites. with the cheese, the salami, the bologna. Now, for those of you just tuning in, maybe you don't have a grip on Rocko yet. I hope this inspires you to go watch some episodes because they hold up completely. But Wacky Deli was where Ralph Bighead wanted to get out of his Fathead's contract. So he was told that if he provided another show for the network, he would be able to get out and, replace it with somebody else. So he finds the most dim-witted people he knows, being Rocko, Heifer, Filbert, and lets them have free range of it. And they create a beautiful piece of work called Wacky Deli. We have I am the cheese. I am the greatest character on the show. I am better than both the salami and the bologna combined.
I mean, that type of dialogue you don't come
Hello?
across too often.
Oh boy, what a beautiful day! Hello? And then the film keeps clipping out. And they actually had something they were going to do. You could see that they have a live footage of a meatloaf.
Yeah.
And people squishing it. It's actually from Joe Murray.
Really?
They were originally trying to get a Dole Pineapple commercial clip in there of how to make meatloaf, which is just doesn't make sense. But I guess it was from the Dole Plantation. They did a how to make meatloaf thing, but they couldn't get the rights to it. So Joe Murray made his own meatloaf and filmed it, and that's why they're just squishing it and playing with it. But the Ralph Bighead cartoon within a cartoon episodes, and I feel like we really got a lot of commentary from Joe Murray himself. Maybe he was trying to say something about Rocko because he originally wanted to do a show called My Dog Zero.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to take. I'll dive into that after. But Chad, what episodes off the top of your head?
Well, I mean, I would have to say one pops out with I think it's called Jetstream, where it pretty much it's his
Jetstream with
Jetstream, yes, Jetstream. Yeah. It's Joe Murray's experience of his flight on the way to L.A. to pitch the actual show itself.
Oh yeah,
and oops.
We're gonna ruin this show by doing that.
Yeah. God damn it! All right.
that was one of the first with Squirmy and Bloaty, was it not? No.
This was just the whole flight was just terrible in itself, and the seating, the running around with little kids, the everybody blaming you for like the bathroom and all sorts of things that could go wrong went wrong in that episode, and I did love that. But I would have to say my favorite is what was the name of that episode with where they went to hell and back or
To Heck and Back.
To Heck and Back.
That was actually the name of you nailed it.
Yeah. The episode is with Rocko and Heifer. They're going to Choky Chicken to grab some food, and Rocko wants to talk to Heifer about his overeating, and while he's eating this giant whole turkey, and he literally puts it in his mouth and just sucks the meat off, and then he's holding the whole bone, and then he decides to eat that and starts to choke on it and passes out, and Rocco's asking for help, and the room's full of doctors, and they just go on about their business.
To be fair, they're on their lunch break.
That's true. I wouldn't. I mean, they work hard all day. You don't want to interrupt them on
He's got X's fives! Blazes! What does that mean?
What does that even mean? He's not breathing.
I never get better at impressions.
Hey, with time, this podcast will make your impressions sound good. Or just stick to Kermit.
Right?
Yeah, bring Kermit back for... He's close to Australian, right?
Turn the page, and you wash your hands.
There you go. That's close. That was a close one.
That was a hoot! No. Okay, I'll quit.
Maybe you could be the character that I'm about to bring up, the Peaches.
Peaches!
He's pretty much Satan, but
I probably
not.
spiked the hell out of that.
Well, they enjoyed it.
I'm sure they enjoyed me screaming.
They felt the spit on their face.
Velvety smooth voice.
Yeah,
anyway.
Your velvety voice.
Yeah, he is introduced to Peaches, which was what?
He was pretty much the keeper of the underworld, as you can, heck, with the sign saying "Welcome to Heck," but it said hell, and then they crossed out the 2 L's and put CK.
Fool! You still don't know who you are, do you? There is no remote!
He introduces a television that, back in the old days where I remember where I had to get up and turn the dial to turn the channel of the television, and that to Heifer, he was not a fan of it, obviously, because everybody loves remotes. You don't have to get off your couch.
That's a TV from hell.
That is a TV from hell. And while he's making Heifer watch all the past things of him overeating and eating everybody's food and how it makes everyone else think less of him and unhappy. And the subject was on gluttony itself. And like one of the 7 deadly sins, he was bringing religion into this.
That was a powerful episode.
Yeah, it was. I mean, parts of it were scary. Cause
as much as
pulls off his mask, he's got an udder for a head.
He is an udderhead.
He is an udderhead. Like, I think the udder actually grew limbs. And because all of it's the same color, and he grew a face.
Started spouting milk with his head spinning Hellraiser style.
Who knows? With the show's innuendos, might not be milk.
See, that's the thing. People always talk about the innuendos of Rocko, but they don't talk about those touching episodes too, where like Heifer, he's adopted by wolves, but he himself is a steer. So he goes to his father's grave, and his father basically tells him he's a worthless piece of crap, and like, that's not even my tombstone. Oh, I'm not dead. Oh, remember? I just remembered as I'm saying this.
Yeah.
I'm not dead. I live in Des Moines with... Mom? Hi, honey. Mom? That's not your mom. Your mom's at a truck stop in Des Moines. But
the great thing, though, about Heifer is that since he's adopted by a pack of wolves, he is pointed out as a big fat cow all the time, and they always correct... Even the dad of the pack corrects him and says steer, like he doesn't even call him a wolf.
He's not. He's a steer.
His plotline, his birthmark, is very funny though, because it's pretty much the plot lines of where you would dissect the cow.
And like those stomach, gullet, calf.
Yeah,
bones,
what parts to divvy him up. And they haven't told him that that's what that actually was. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so all of it is just...
He thinks it's his birthmark?
Yeah, he thinks it's just a birthmark that he came with. And so
he was on the chopping block at some point.
Yeah, he was very close to being eaten.
I want to get into characters. Rocko's Modern Life, when you think of characters, a big universe that you think of would be The Simpsons, or now Family Guy. Things that, through time, more characters come and go so much that they create their own town, that you can interweave recognizable characters in and out. There I go again. Damn it. Anyway.
With each character, they have their own catchphrases, and that's what I can say I love most of them for. There are certain phrases that they say. Not that their character isn't great themselves, but it's how they integrate it into their modern life.
I'm nauseous. I'm nauseous.
Filbert the Turtle, he's pretty much the equivalent of Woody Allen with his glasses and
my spirit animal.
Yeah, mine as well. I wouldn't even...
There's a bit of neuroses in all of us that gets touched on upon him.
I wouldn't say I'm a hypochondriac, though, because he was that as well. He always thought he was sick. He was like, oh, God.
I'm nauseous.
He was pretty much... The version of, was it Morty? I think his name is Morty from Family Guy, the Jewish dad of...
Yeah.
Or Mort. I think, yes, that's his name, Mort. And it sounds just very like this, but you were doing it earlier, a decent impression of turn the page.
You turn the page, and you wash your hands. You turn the page, and wash your hands. And then you turn the page, and then you wash your hands.
And that pretty much sums up his character in a way.
He's also got that hidden side to him where he becomes a lounge singer, so he's neurotic and terrified. But through the help of the Buddy Gecko tapes, that leaves a little puddle of piss or whatever underneath
He's
them.
a crooner, folks.
Those old sick headaches, I don't feel so well. Wait. I do know one. I actually know one. Short and fat and green and warty, the toads from Nogi will party. When they party, they go R-I-B-B-I-T. You know what that spells. Yeah.
Great. Fantastic.
Didn't he have the famous one? What was he saying when Rocko first stumbles upon him?
I couldn't even tell you because...
hey, come crawl with me like a turtle out to the bay.
There you go.
In the smelly swamp, we'll dine on slugs with pond scum for dessert. Come crawl with me. Oh.
All right,
okay.
We got it.
You mean that's not good radio?
No. Maybe if there's like a backtrack or something to help you along.
Who do you relate to the most? Now I'm not talking about the three main. I'm like you can totally identify with Heifer, Phil, Rocko.
True.
But we got Gladys, the hippo lady. We got the giant squid that's obsessed with cheese. We got the Chameleon Brothers, Mr. Smitty, really, really big man.
I mean, I would really have to... I can be cynical at times, I admit that. So I could see part of me as the Ed Bighead. But, I mean, I would also say I have part of... Two of my favorite characters.
I see you as Ed Bighead.
Well, yeah, I mean, except with all the screaming and what's his catchphrase again? He says, I hate my life. Yeah, I mean, I say that sort of in my head, but you know, right now I'm feeling good, feeling perky, like Squirmy the Ringworm or Brody the Tick. Those are my two favorites. You know, they were the words. Well, I mean, they were itself pretty much another cartoon within a cartoon, but whenever the subject was on Bloaty or Squirmy, we never really saw any of the three main characters of the show.
Up, work, home, TV, bed. Up, work, home, TV, bed.
What's that, Bloaty?
That was pretty good.
Thank you.
That was when he was seeking adventure because he was doing the same stuff over and over again.
He wanted
I believe it was the same one with the Fatheads vitamin chewable cheese tablets.
I would think so. I mean, it provided...
Where he goes on the safari, right?
Yeah, they found it along the way. But, I mean, I'd have to say nothing beats the initial episode where they were first introduced, where Bloaty was having his boss come over, and he had...
The typical sitcom setup.
Yeah, where it's like, they have to entertain the boss, or, you're fired! And, I mean, obviously, so many things were going awry because at that time, Rocko was trying to get rid of ticks and clean his dog. Pretty much
trying to get rid of them.
And so their dinner and all other things were interrupted by being flooded and being upside down, so hanging off the dog. And as they were, but it was pretty graphic the way those ticks were going at Spunky though.
They stuck the straws
right into
like they corked the straw right into him.
Yeah.
And drank.
And then they made a chair out of one of his scabs.
Yeah.
So it's like the scab. This is my favorite scab chair.
That is one comfy scab. The people one of the writers that did that was Dan Povenmire. Yeah. And I really want to get into this before we get into the quiz show.
Okay. Or should it be a pop quiz show and I do it right now and interrupt you? But I won't. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I'll decide.
You could, but I do want to get this out there.
Yeah, you do.
For those of you that may know them, the creators of Phineas and Ferb right now, Dan Povenmire and Jeff Swampy Marsh, they've dabbled in Family Guy, Simpsons, but they did work on Hey Arnold and Rocko's Modern Life as well. And the episodes that they've done are my favorites.
Do you know
Road Rash?
Road Rash?
Which you mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Road Rash, when they go take a trip to Flem Rock, which is actually only knee-high. Okay. And it's just that the only guy to climb it was because he was little.
Really?
He was very little. He was like a Tom Thumb. Hut Sut Raw, when they go camping.
Yeah.
And originally they're going to go camping in, like, the mall, the camping mall. And Rocko doesn't want to do that, so he goes out into the real forest, and they're about to starve and eat each other. and they're about to make Filbert into some turtle soup.
Oh, yes, I remember that episode, yeah.
But then they throw the steaks out, and there's actually for the shrews.
Yeah.
Hey, they took our steaks! Let's get them, boys! I still remember that. Sorry, go on.
Oh, no, if you're still going on about Dan.
There's one more episode that they did. The Big Question, it's a two-parter. The Big Question and the Big Answer, where Filbert proposes to Dr. Hutchinson.
Oh.
Filbert the turtle, Dr. Hutchinson the cat with the hook. And
she's a dentist.
There was a big racial divide. Special divide? It was a racial commentary on society.
Yeah.
Because they were saying how cats and turtles don't get along. And it was the driving point behind the episode. But in the end, you found out that Dr. Hutchinson's father was a turtle.
Really?
Yeah, which doesn't make too much sense.
No,
but the widow Hutchison.
I mean, most of the show, if you go deep into it, some of it doesn't have much sense.
Are you saying this show doesn't make sense?
No, it makes sense, but doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying?
First of all, when the B-52s do your theme music from the second season onward, your show is the epitome of logical reasoning.
Well, let me throw this down at you.
Throw it.
You get 2 ambulance beavers every time, every single time. They come out when someone's hurt, and they escort away the inanimate object that the person hurt themselves on. So, like, Rocko, he was in a bumper car, and he crashed it, and they took away the bumper car instead of him, and he's hurt on the ground. Up.
That's a character I didn't even think of.
Yeah, no, there's a plethora in there that they, that can come to mind, or, whatever you want to do. Blue, blue, blue.
God, bad fortune. I'm thinking of them all right now, where he gets the fortune cookie, bad luck and extreme misfortune will haunt your pathetic, or will infest your pathetic soul for all eternity. There's so much I want to get into. We can't waste time just reminiscing on memory lane. That doesn't make for a good show.
I mean, we'll chime in here with the pop quiz of the Rocko's Modern Life for Dan. Right. Get your dunce cap ready, Dan, because you're about to be stumped.
Now, for everyone at home, I want you to realize that Rocko's Modern Life is a staple of my being. There is very little I don't know about Rocko's Modern Life, down to the very intricate details that Joe Murray has hidden deep within the woven madness that is Rocko's Modern Life. Chad?
All right, first question of the dunce cap Dan game.
I'm going to cover my eyes.
You're going to cover your eyes?
I mean, it means very little to
all right.
at home, but my
hopefully
eyes are now blindfolded.
Your eyes will not be able to see the answers coming out of my mouth.
Okay.
But here we go. Okay, first question. In A Sucker for the Sucko-matic, which features Rocko purchasing the Sucko-matic, the world's most efficient vacuum cleaner.
Yes.
It only has one flaw, which is what?
The flaw would be that it tries to kill him. It goes on autopilot and tries to kill Rocko, the O-Town civilians.
Well, I would have taken it has a mind of its own, but obviously you have your experience of the episode.
Nice. So it's got a mind of its own.
It doesn't say that in the manual. I'll give you that one.
Okay.
All right, so that's 1 point.
Is there a little ding?
Are we doing?
Okay. Yeah, this is a cheap show. This is a cheap-ass show.
Okay.
Fuck's sake, there's a cricket. Just
I don't even know how many questions I'll be.
I
don't even know how many questions we'll be doing. I'll just wing it. I'll just wing it.
Give ones that might give some episode feedback for people too.
Okay. Let's go with.
This might trigger some old memories.
Yeah.
For some of the older fuckers listening. I forgot. Is this explicit or not? I don't know.
No, we're explicit.
Okay,
so
good. We got the
is allowed. If you don't see that sticker, then you're probably got a blindfold on.
So fuck you. I'm doing a quiz over here. Oh. Yay!
Mr. Smitty, Rocko's boss,
I know him,
once had to go away and leave Rocko in charge. Rocko hired Filbert to help out. A button on Mr. Smitty's chair caused the chair to vibrate violently and turned Rocko into a tyrant of a boss. What color was this button on the chair that Mr. Smitty warned Rocko about?
Don't push the green button.
So is the answer.
I'm going to go with green.
You're going to go with green?
Monstro, so I'm going to go with green.
Oh,
don't push
green.
the green button.
I'd have to say you're correct!
Yeah.
Oh, my God! All right. So
everyone at home is just like, he's looking at the fucking screen. I'm not looking at the fucking screen. I am blindfolded, you assholes.
Calm down, Dan.
No, it's because I'm sick of them judging me like this.
I think they just know you watched the show, like, right before this, so it's okay.
I watched, like, few episodes. Not these ones.
Obviously.
I don't know these questions.
Okay. Let's try and stump you here.
Okay.
According to Heifer, what vintage is the potato chip he removes from the Sucko-Matic's throat in A Sucker for the Sucko-Matic? Ooh, years.
First of all,
my numbers, folks.
I can see it all in my head. Right now I'm seeing him pull out the chip going, ooh, barbecue flavor, and there's purple. If you Google it, I swear to God, purple
That's
slime
what got me
on
onto
it.
pork rinds.
Yeah, it's like purple slime. A 1953.
Ooh, I'm sorry. We would have taken 73.
Oh!
He really knows his potato chips.
Damn it!
Sorry, that's
If anyone's more of a connoisseur at this stuff, it's going to be Heifer to chips than me or Rocko.
Hey, well, you can't beat Heifer. I mean, it's...
Not with chips, at least.
He's a steer.
Okay, give me another one.
Give you another one? All right.
I can redeem myself from that one.
Okay. Let's go with, in keeping up with the big heads, Heifer mixes some paint to do Rocko's house and winds up with a combination that he calls what?
It is a combination that looks better when it dries.
Okay.
This combination is brown and green.
Okay.
To make a little concoction that Heifer calls...
Yeah?
green.
Ooh, I'm sorry, that's correct!
Ah!
You got it, folks!
God, it actually worked. I was like, wait, really? I thought I was dead on. Okay. One more. Give me one more.
One more. All right.
One more.
One more. Here, this one...
I'm a little still pissed off about the chip here.
All right.
Who the fuck knows that?
Hey, you're going to win, you're going to lose.
That's
it
true.
happens. It happens. Okay, here we go. How many copies...
Did you just stretch?
Yeah, I stretched.
I just felt something brush my ear.
Well, because I got arms like
What are you
some
doing?
kind of animal. I'm doing wing stretches.
Okay.
You know, you gotta...
Well, I'm bobbing back and forth here.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
Don't stop it.
This is good radio.
What big trick? Big trick. Let me put some emphasis on that word. Big trick.
Okay.
Did Spunky have to do in order to earn a Fathead's vitamin?
Spunky, to earn the Fathead's vitamin cheese chew tablet that was actually lodged in his ear, which would have made him explode if he... Can you tell I'm biding time? I'm biding time.
Yeah, you're pulling a Who's Millionaire kind of thing here.
Okay.
You don't have a lifeline.
Do you believe that they could just sit there for like 2 shows?
We don't want to hear their stories. I don't care.
So, anyway, I know people would always do that, and I hated that.
You're doing that right now.
Back when I was a kid, I would never
Let's get back to the question at hand.
Okay, he told him to sit, and then he told him to play dead.
Okay.
And then his big trick, Spunky's big trick for the chew tablet, was to alter the shape of a spoon with his mind.
And folks, he got it!
Everyone loved a Rocko. Oh, what was that?
I don't know what that was. But why don't you just stop that?
Yeah, I was going to play celebration music and something happened.
He overstepped his bounds.
Can't enjoy a goddamn thing on this planet.
Okay, Ed, big head. Oh wait, we forgot to place, because I mean, since, I mean, well, you did win, I guess, so I guess you don't get the dunce cap. But, I mean, don't you want to wear it?
I still want it. Place it.
All right.
Dunce Cap Dan, ladies and gentlemen. I feel like a new man. Thank you.
Hey,
this is great.
You're taller.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't know. I think everything after this point is going to be rambling.
Rambling?
Which is fine.
Did someone say cheese?
See, we could do a whole episode of just one-liners and stuff.
One-liners and whatnots, but we know you don't want that probably. You're probably like, I'm done listening to this. Not that you sound like this, because then you smoke a bunch of cigarettes, and then you're like, hey, I'm going to drive up north, because they're cheaper down there. I mean, up there, actually. And then I'll sell them down south, because who's going to know the better? And that's blah, 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 blah.
You know what? I'm just going to give honorable mentions.
I guess you could do that.
Honorable mentions. The episode where Rocko gets his driver's license back, and the fat elephant, don't get the big guy. And he has to go through all the tests, and he's like, oh, and I even got the big guy. Oh, that's not the big guy. That's the big guy. And then it shows just the legs stomping in, and the fat rolls over the students.
Oh,
no. Next, an honorable mention, the Ding Dong Ditchers with Gladys the Hippo Lady.
Oh, classic.
How dare you?
How dare you?
Teaches Gladys how to ding-dong ditch. They get caught, brought to the judge. He pronounces them husband and wife.
Oh, no.
But we also have the special Christmas episode with Rocko befriending his neighbor elves.
Oh, yeah.
Has to get an honorable mention. The studio tour at Big Head Studios. Oh, that was it. It wasn't Hollywood Studios. It was Big Head Studios.
No, yeah, because that's just the area
it said
of
BS,
the town.
Because it said BS on the side of the building. Bullshit studio.
It was just in Hollywood or something.
And then the tour guide with the smiley face.
Yeah.
And he wanted them to go to the gift shop. Also, honorable mention to the Hopping Hessian, which was one of their Halloween episodes.
I wonder if that's a play on Haitian.
Probably. Maybe not.
Who knows?
We can't. Birdie.
Birdie?
Turdy the Birdie.
Turdy the Birdie?
Filbert lends Rocko his pet bird to watch, and then the bird is annoying everybody. He's, tell your bird to stay away from my monkey. And then he comes back, and then Heifer goes to the kitchen to get some food, jumps back on the couch and crushes Turdy. And Filbert comes home, so they try to dress up the bird like it's alive and bring it back to life. Oh, it was the funniest episode.
Wait, wasn't there an episode with Bev, Big Head? She was hitting on Rocko, right? Wasn't there?
Oh, yeah, to get Ed jealous.
Yes.
Honorable mention! Honorable mention!
Obviously, I don't know the name offhand, but it's one to you don't forget.
The Chameleon Brothers at the gym. The tour of Paris, France, where the bus driver goes crazy because he lost Rocko and he's never lost anybody before.
What was the slug's name again?
Sluggo.
The
carnival.
See, the names that they have, so easy.
Genius.
I don't even know how I forgot little Sluggo.
So, thank you, Joe Murray. We're gonna keep going on, but we can't. We have morals. We have standards we have to abide by on our podcast.
If only you were here that you could place about your ring finger and we can kiss upon it.
We would do such things to you, Joe Murray.
Well, I don't think he'd want to put the finger in his nose. He might be picking his nose, I don't know. But who picks his nose with his ring finger? I don't know. I mean.
So, we're going to wrap this one up. My name, thank you. Thank you, Joe Murray.
Thank you for joining us once again.
Thank you, Casey M.
M.
We just thanked you at the same time.
Yes.
Cool. Well, there
yes,
you go, Casey.
There you go, Casey. Hope you get your nice Castle Burger milk bowl and
Casey, in all seriousness, though, don't eat that. I mean, as much as
it's healthier than
raised by prunes thing is really going to just skyrocket, and you're going to want to get on the ground floor of this. It's disgusting what you brought up. I mean, you're putting the White Castle burgers inside of a bowl of milk that's inhumane. I'm sorry, I wouldn't feed that to my dog. Anyway, my name is Dan Dastardly Mason.
And I'm Chad Bob Strosso Cook.
And this episode was...
I don't know what that was.
That was a hoot!
Oh, sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
Did you...
You scared me. I'm frightened very easily. It's dark in here.
Well, everyone, if we can take away anything with us today, just remember that garbage day is a very dangerous day.
And please email us any questions again.
Fuck, that's what
you're forgetting something.
Yeah.
I didn't want to.
I was so busy, I was thinking, RECYCLE, recycle, CNOSERVE, conserve.
But,
oh, sorry. Fuck,
yeah,
man.
now you're going off again. Okay, this guy, we can't,
I fucking love this show. Joe Murray, call me.
Alright, but...
I loved Laszlo, too.
Alright, that's enough. Let's get the message out.
Promote us. Fuck.
Alright, so go email us at raisedbytoonspodcast@gmail.com.
It's my chance.
And give us any questions, any statements, tell us we're fucking idiots. Whatever you want.
Or don't.
Or don't, But also, check out our Facebook page, our Twitter page. Same name, Facebook. Sorry. Whoa.
Oh, yeah, we're on Facebook. We're on iTunes. We're on Twitter.
Yeah, we're on SoundCloud. Raised by Toons Podcast.
We are under your bed.
We're everywhere. Now, we can lead out with whatever you want to do, Dan.
That was a hoot.